quilting friends. I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window and welcome to our Juliet Quilt Along. This is our second week and I'm so proud of you and so excited for you because you're making a beautiful diamonds. Last week we started with our diamond A and B and we made beautiful diamond units A right here. I am so looking forward to Moa diamonds today because we're going to be working on diamonds C and D today. If you're just joining us in, you can go ahead and go to our website and get Juliet pattern. In the pattern, you have all the directions for cutting, all the fabric requirements, and we have two different kits. We have the Juliet kit with tea-dyed fabric or the Juliet kit with dahlia fabrics. That's this quilt right here. Go to our website, look at it up, choose your favorite. Oh, maybe you want to join us and use some of our fat quarter bundle like Joy or maybe sewing basket, or maybe you already have beautiful fat quarters in your stash. You can use them too in your beautiful projects. Just remember you need a pattern because you wanted to have the recipe for cutting, and then I'm using acrylic templates, but they're also paper templates in the pattern. Our first video I showed you guys how to cut, and we use the acrylic templates, paper templates, and the Alaska ruler. And today cutting is so simple because we're gonna be using 2-inch strips and 3.5-inch strips to make our diamonds. I already took my 2-inch strips and using the template, and this is the template C, I cut my diamonds. Now I'm gonna place the diamonds front of me and I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing together. I'm gonna take those two, place them right sides together just like this. Remember, you can mark your points, stitch, and then flip it open, and I'm gonna do this to both sets of 2 diamonds. Look how pretty they look. I'm gonna gently open it up, and with my fingers I'm gonna open the back seam just this way. Very nice. Open my seam. Look at that. Now I'm gonna do the same to the second set of 2 diamonds. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful. I'm only finger press and I'm gently pressing with my little tool. I don't want to stretch the fabric by pressing too hard. If you want to press gently, remember, just put the iron right over and then use your clapper to hold the heat down to give you nicest, crispest little seam right there. Now, once you have both of the units done, you're gonna place them right sides together. We're gonna match it up the center, just like we did it last week. Match it up right there in the center, pin it, and we're gonna pin it right through the seam, and we're gonna then put a pin in the front and in the back, so when we stitching, nothing shift, nothing move, and we can have a wonderful 1/4-inch seam allowance and a nice transition. We're gonna start right here, stitch all the way down, and look at this. In no time you're gonna have a beautiful diamond. Now, if all these pieces that I'm using are just leftover pieces from my quilt, so do not worry about the color. It's just the technique that I wanted to show it to you. When you're getting ready for your quilt, you're gonna match exactly to the cover picture from my pattern, and you're gonna make the beautiful sets, and they're gonna have blues and yellows and gorgeous rust and golds, and you can get creative with it. This is very fun, and you're gonna get 8 chances to make those gorgeous diamonds, so they're gonna come up really nice. So if you're seeing green here, it's only because I'm using this as a sample. For sewing, you're gonna be using blues, golds, and beautiful dark blue for the points right there. As soon as you finish your diamonds, you're gonna make 8 of them. You're gonna go ahead and trim it. Again, you're gonna use this big diamond D, place it right over this unit that you just create, just like this, and you're gonna go ahead, center it up really nice. I center it up really nice. Try to not to move. Sometimes it's hard because you are sitting right on a seam allowance, and you're gonna go ahead and trim it. All right, now I have a little bit more trimming on this side, and I need to rotate my board because I don't want to make a mistake, and I want everything to be very nice. And go ahead and trim one more side right there. I tell you what, this trimming after you finish your diamond units, it makes such a nice difference. Just remember that you want to center it up right there, so you equally trim it from all sides. When you're putting your diamond over, make sure it is centered up and you nicely trim from all sides, because you don't want to match to one side, trim it, and then your center, it's not gonna be where it's supposed to. As soon as you finish first one, go ahead and finish all 8 of them, so you have your diamonds prepared for this unit right there. The next thing, we're gonna be cutting the larger diamond, and that one is gonna be cut from 3.5-inch strip with the template D. I already did that. I cut some up. Look at how pretty they are. So simple. And now you are pro in cutting. And then we have this diamond right here that is our background diamond. And that one is cut from a light strip. Let me show you one more time. I have 2 strips right there, and if you're cutting it, and I layer multiple strips together because I need quite a few of them. I need 3 for one big diamond. 8 times 3 is 24 of them. So look at this. I just take my template, place it right over, center it up, very nice, center it up, and then cut it and trim it if you need it from the top and the bottom, really nice. I always like to cut my strip just tiny bit bigger, or you can go ahead and take your Alaska ruler, and remember we talked about the strip supposed to be 3.5, so be accurate if you're cutting with Alaska ruler. And look at this, 3.5. I'm measuring right there, and I can go ahead and cut. And look at, I'm gonna gently trim it here because it is a little too big. Perfect. Let me finish. That's wonderful. And now I'm gonna rotate this and just lay my ruler one more time. Measure 3.5 by 3.5. What that means, the width, 3.5 here, or 3.5 from here to here. So 1, 2, 3.5. I love Alaska ruler. Match it up. I think I can do a little trimming right there. That's wonderful. It was low fraying, so I'm enjoying that I can trim and I can get a perfect diamond for my quilt for this area right there. So I hope the one lesson that you have learned today, that if you wanted to be accurate, make sure your strips are tiny bit too bigger, and then trimming all the way around and focusing on one diamond at a time. That is the goal. As soon as we finish cutting all our diamonds, remember, you're gonna have a few more of those diamonds to make for the points right out here. Follow the colors from your pattern and enjoy it. Practice make perfect, and I can't wait to see you next week, because guess what? All your work is gonna come together. In next 2 weeks, we're gonna be putting all the components, all the units together, starting with this star right there and moving on to the outside units to put it all together to a beautiful quilt. I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you happy quilting.